Hello and welcome to another Call of Warhammer Beginning of the End Times battle. Today we'll be playing vampire counts against dwarfs. The army is as follows. I have 2 units of Blood Dragon Knights, 1 unit of Blood Dragons on foot, 2 Drakenhof Guard, 2 Spirit Hosts, 4 Skeleton Spearmen unupgraded, so no armour, 4 units of Graveguard Halberdiers, 2 Screaming Skulls Capults. This map is Hellfen, which I believe Manfred fought the dwarfs at in historical lore. We are not trying to recreate the battle, but it should be a fun battle. My opponent today is Slam Dunk. He's a good player. We're doing a best of 3. This is the first of the 3 battles. I originally thought he was going to deploy on this hill here, so I set up my catapults in range of this hill, but I should have seen that he has staked all around this hill and fortified it in a sort of, I don't know, sort of rectangle, like a box almost, but except he's got mortars in the middle. It's quite a tough position to crack. So his army is as follows. He has 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters, 2 dwarf mortars, 2 units of miners, I think 1, 2, 3 units of dwarf warriors, and in front he has 4 units of the Prince Ulfer's Dragon Company, and a unit of ogres. I'll begin the battle by moving up the catapults to try and take this hill position and try and get a good flank, so it might take me a while to get in position. Upon seeing this, the dwarf player knows he can't give me that hill to fire catapult shots down on him from that side, so he's sending his ogre unit forwards, which is a smart move because ogres are a very tanky unit. I didn't even know dwarfs got the ogres, but there you go. I thought that Spirit Hosts would be a good sort of soak up the ogre's charge because they're a 2-hit point unit and they cause fear. The original plan was to shoot into the Spirit Hosts when they get close by firing Screaming Skull shots, and this is deterring his advance. He moves slightly to the left there. That was good micro because I think the Screaming Skull shot would have hit. I've moved my cavalry up on this hill to sort of begin a sweeping advance sort of maneuver, but now we're just sort of jabbing each other, you know, testing each other's mobility and micro, and he's trying to silence these Screaming Skulls because he knows what they can do to morale, and I can happily fire away into the skeleton spears with no morale effects. That's why I brought them. That was the idea. But he's trying to get a good flank. So seeing this, I react with my cavalry, move it back over to the left. He sees me moving my cavalry and retreats the ogres. So we're just sort of, no one's kind of too eager to commit. I think he was expecting me to have a melee rush army, so I surprised him by taking 2 units of these Screaming Skulls. I figured dwarfs are stationary targets, they're not likely to move, so bring screaming skulls. That'll sort out his sort of static position, and he's moved off his stake hill. He's formed perfect lines. I should have maybe thought about rushing in there, but he'll just retreat back behind the stakes. So I thought I'll wait for a better opportunity. Again, I scared off his ogres. He was trying to tempt me or into a early charge, but now he's gone up the hill with his 4 units of dwarf warriors. I think he's trying to flank the screaming skulls, so I begin firing at this flanking force. He's targeting these mortars, which is good on the screaming skulls, but I don't think mortar shots, unless you get a very lucky hit, can, like, I think it takes 2 or 3 shots, direct hits, to kill screaming skulls with mortars. Because I saw, when I first watched this replay, one of the catapults had taken damage, I presume from a mortar hit, so I don't think that they do that much damage to the screaming skulls. So he's moved his dwarfs, who are now winded from running up that hill. All his troops are winded. Seeing this, I see it as an opportunity. I move forward with the skeleton spearmen. As a sort of fodder wave, they can soak up the charge of the dwarfs, and in the rear I've got the 2 Drakkard off guard with the blood dragons and the blood dragons support. Again, a silly shot or a mortar shot took out a few blood dragons there. I missed that. He's took out quite a number of skeletons actually, so he was targeting my skeletons with the mortars originally. Must have been the first shot of the game. Now these dwarfs isolated and winded should be easy pickings. Moving over in the cav to the flanks. I originally was just going to threaten his flank here, but I'd seen that he's left this gap wide open to his followers, and miners were actually my priority target, because I know when they engage they can throw their bombs and do considerable damage to even the likes of blood dragons and of course combat elite units like grave guards. His mortars are still in that sort of stake position, so I launch a charge on the miners. Bang! They just took a grenade to the face and killed the unit almost with a single charge. I should have actually continued this sweep of the flank against the Quallers, but in seeing that this is engaged on this side, I've decided to pull back the cavalry and support skeleton spearmen, because he had reacted with his dragon company, and you don't want to get tied down against dwarfs elite heavy infantry. So I pull back, except for 1 unit of Grail Knights, which is going to try and sneak through here, and it was going to attack the warp position, but the blood dragons are going back to support the main line, because those dwarfs are isolated. They're practically goners. Oh, sorry, I missed this. He charged in rear with the ogres. They sped around, they're very fast moving, and he's firing mortar shells into these graveguard undead, into these mortars. He doesn't care about his ogres because they're mercenaries. He's just firing shot after shot into these ogres. I thought that the graveguard would stun lock the ogres, or at least put up a good like halberd line, but he's minced through 1 regiment of ogres. But now this ogre unit is completely surrounded. It does have artillery support, but he's also shelling his own ogres. So I'm slowly whittling down those ogres. Here I launched a cav strike on the dwarfs. First strike didn't do much. I've sent my Draken off guard around the flanks. They're getting ready to charge in. Again, he reacted well when I was going to try and sneak attack his Moors, but then he covered it up with his 2 units of Prince Over's Dragon Company, plugged the gaps in that stake box. Coming in for our charge here. This should be the decider because it's got infantry support. He turns to face the charge, but it's too late. They should be going down. This unit's taking heavy casualties. Blood Dragons are in fighting there as well now, supporting the skeletons. So this 4 units of brave dwarfs that were assigned to take the hill are slowly just dying. This ogre unit's still fighting. It's killed 1 halberdier unit and heavily depleted the other one, down to like 30 men. I did not realise ogres were as tough as this, but I was committed to our fights. I couldn't have done it. Spirit hosts I thought would have done a lot better. They have like magical attacks or 2 hit points, but can't really do much in this fight. I did try and pull out the catapults to rescue them for another day. If I was him here, I would have considered committing more units to try and take out this blob, but he's done the smarter thing, as it turns out, and had a prepared position for these 2 waves. I win both the engagements and have begun to start moving. It's where these 2 units had routed, and the first time I played this, so I don't know if this is a replay bug, but in seeing this mortar shell, I just get so sick of these mortars firing, and I need to find another gap, which is plugged with this unit of Dragon Company, so it's going to be very frustrating finding our gap. Hang on, sorry about that. And we're back. I was saying, we need to find a gap. The only other gap in the lines is this section here, so I need to come through there. But it's got a unit of Greatbeards there, ready to stop any attack on the quarters. I move up the spirit hosts. They are dropping quite fast from crossbow fire. They must be armor piercing. Now, I did encounter a little bug here where my grave guards stopped moving, but they were a lot larger size than that. Also, this unit of blood dragons is about to take some nasty mortar shots. I should have just rushed in here, but I was trying to thread the gap, but he's just got stakes everywhere, so I can't do frontal charges, and like in between the gaps he has units of elite, both for Dragon Company. There's another shot. That unit gets down to 50 blood dragons, so I'm charging in now with the skeleton spears and the Dragonhawk guards. The cavalry's still moving into position. Blood dragons down to 40. These dwarfs have charged out. Spirit hosts are waiting. They're coming back for another charge. The Prince Ulfar is charging out. I charged in through the gap here. A lot of those shots weren't actually stakes. They were crossbow bolts. I did micro them through there and tried to kill as many of the crossbows as possible. those mortars still being annoying. I think I get the halberdiers on them. But he's just wearing me down with the elite Prince Ulfar's Dragon Company. Seen his chorus come out, risk a charge, pull off the last second because they were about to hit the stakes, change targets and attack the Prince Ulfar's Dragon Company. This unit is out in the open, very vulnerable, but standing number on the spirit holes. It's lost about 30 men, which is quite a lot for the Dragon Company. Again, just trying to find gaps anywhere I can, but there's just too many stakes to micro-cav. And he's still got some miners somewhere, if I can find them. I think they're somewhere behind, oh there they are, they're hiding behind the Greybeards. And they're throwing their bombs into my elite units with mortar shells. So he is hitting his own men, but the Dwarf King has been slain. So hopefully that'll be a good result for the vampires in this brutal war. But Blood Dragons try to be effective, taking crossbow bolts and mines, pull them out. Can try and find other gaps, because this regiment of 60 Prince Dragon Company is diced through all my skeletons. The Greybeards, just too quality for, even for the likes of Drakenhof Guard. But again, these Grail Knights just try to silence these miners, the Black Grail Knights. And I can find a gap here. They're in shield wall. I try to support the regiment of Graveguard that's left. Screaming Skull coming in, not going to do it. The crew was too few men to fire, so the ogres done their job. Tried to get into the mortars, but it's too little, too late. Crossbows down a bit. Yeah, heavy casualties in that regiment. But it's just navigating this stake box was the bane of me, because he strategically placed these units in positions where I couldn't really get inside to the flanks and to the rear. I was constantly probing with the cavalry, which is why I had huge micro lapses on the infantry. But it's very hard to micro and probe and find gaps when you're under loads of mortar fire with crossbows support. It can be quite a tough nut to crack. It wasn't frustrating, but I was knowing that for each passing moment the battle was swinging slowly to the dwarfs, and my men are now fighting to the death, as true undead do. And he's just slaughter whatever's left. I like this Graveguard model. I think that's the captain, and he's fighting alongside his skeletons. They're not strong enough to kill these elite dwarfs, especially when they're in their shield wall, which is very tough to break from the front, as I've now found out. There was nothing I could do to get them off of this box, so that's why I had to commence the attack. because Scream Skulls were taken out early. Let's see. I only killed half his army, but I think I did played quite well. It was a very tactical battle. I like when he came off the hill. It's very nice to see dwarf players do that because they are very static, not a lot of mobility, because they have no legit cav options. But I'm hoping this battle will cause dwarf players to be more offensive, and also they can use ogres. Ogres are essentially heavy infantry cav. They've got very fast movement, so even the likes of blood dragons and that were struggling to sort of catch them. And this handful of skeletons bravely fighting on. Well, not bravely, they're brain dead, like zombies, so. And that is the replay finished. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and if you'd like to see more videos of beginning of the end times called Warhammer, consider subscribing. Thank you for watching. Also, I'd like to thank my opponent Slam Dunk for participating in this first battle, and I'll end recording.